Hey there, welcome to Transitions video numero 3. Today we're going to focus on two transitions, and the one that's just a moment is going from overhead to coordination. So I'm just going to set up for the end of the overhead. And this is just a nice reconnecting moment of scoop after the overhead, which is really hard and exhausting, and you just want to kind of poop out after it. But you can't, because you have to keep going. So, you've done your last overhead. Really complete the last repetition. Use your scoop. Bring everything up still connected, and go. So it's just kind of a little bit of a rally, so you can move into the next exercise with energy. And now we're on to the second part of the video. So we're going to move from pulling straps, which is pull and T, and into the backstroke. And I've actually got a few options for you. Depending on who you are, you can play with them and see which one you can be most efficient in. I'm going to let you know which one I like the best, and which one that clients kind of come up with on their own. Which is kind of cool. So I'm going to set up for pull and T, or the end of pull and T. Okay, so, but I'm going to take a little tangent. So first, a word about the headpiece. And I hesitate to use the word rule, but I'm going to. There's a little rule about the headpiece that I kind of like. And it's kind of an old school sort of rule. And the rule is, I keep saying rule like so many times, stop it. So if the headpiece, unless it needs to be down, which you just saw in the overhead, it needs to be down, the default position for the headpiece is up. And it's just kind of a nice way to keep the reformer tidy. And you'll also notice, as we get to transition video number 4, little foreshadowing, from the long box, we're going to go to the long stretch series next. So by observing the rule of the headpiece, you've already saved yourself precious seconds of setup, which we'll cover in the next video. So I'm going to do the long box with the headpiece in the up position. Okay, end of tangent. Oh, you know what? I realize I'm presented with yet another tangent, so let's talk about that now. So the efficient getting of the straps, let's do that. So you've placed yourself onto the long box in position. Reach up as high as you can, as far as you can. The arm is going to be straight, the strap is going to be taut. You're going to bring yourself back, pull the carriage to get the handle. And some of you, including myself actually, some of us, were taught that you hold the handle and the strap to do the exercise. And I'm not really a big fan of that anymore, and I'm going to tell you why. So with the handle out of your hands, the whole point of using the apparatus, the reformer in general, is that you have support and connection to do the exercises. So when you just hold the strap, you can really get so much more connected with your fingers and the palm of your hand, which leads you to all the magical, wonderful muscles on your back that you need to do these two hard exercises. So, and I suspect that the reason the handle was put in the hand was so that when you pull the strap back, it doesn't make a big noise as it falls on the floor. And I have to be honest, if you pull with control, it won't make a big noise, and that kind of has nothing to do with the exercise and doing it well. So I'm going to say don't hold the handle. I'm also going to say if your instructor tells you to hold the handle when you're having a lesson, you're going to hold that handle. So back to the straps. I promise the tangent is almost over. So you're going to reach all the way up as far as you can. You're going to pull the carriage, get the handle in your hand, drop it, and then close the spring. So, you've done your pull, you've done your T. Now we're going to transition. So the handles will go in one hand. You'll step off to the same side as you have your hand the handles in your hand. You're going to take your free hand and add a second spring. So look at the handles, put one in each hand so they're not crossed. This is option number 1. Walk to the edge of the box, sit right on the edge in the perfect spot. This one makes me wiggle a bit. And then use your stomach, lie back. You'll do the backstroke. Okay. I suspect if one is taller than, say, me, you might get a little further walking to the edge to sit. So I'm going to go with option number 2, which I'm going to show you. It's my personal favorite. So they both begin in the same manner. So back to the pull and tee. Again, as far as you can, pull the straps, drop the handle, pull, tee. Transition, handles in one hand, step off the same side, add your spring with your free hand, separate your straps so they're not crossed and one is in each hand. Option 2, place one hand on the box, one foot on either the frame or the foot bar. I kind of like the frame. Again, if you haven't noticed, I'm short. So right hand, don't sit, right foot, put your bottom right on the edge, use your stomach, lie back for your backstroke. Let's go over that one again. So after you've got your handles in each hand, left hand, and I kind of do this, like I make a fist because I've got the handle. I've seen some people do this, but I kind of feel like that feels better for me. So left hand, left foot, right hand, don't sit, right foot. Put your bottom with control onto the box, use your stomach, and lie back. Okay, so those 2 options I learned in my training, and this last option, I've seen many differently unconnected people come up with it on their own. So they know they have to go from pull straps to backstroke, and this is kind of what they come up with, which is sort of cool, I think. So it starts a little differently. I'm just going to reset, so we go to pull straps. Okay, let's say you finished your tee. Take your handles into your hand. You're going to use your hands to sit up to face the opposite side of where your handles are. Your free hand is going to reach down, put the spring on. You're going to look at your handles, put them in their respective hands, move your bottom to the edge of the mat, and lie back for backstroke. And so that's pretty efficient for someone to come up with. And if they keep moving and they have done this transition, I kind of don't say anything because they have found their efficient way to go from exercise to exercise. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about these 2 transitions, please leave me a comment below. And thank you so much. Stay tuned for video number 4, more transitions on the Pilates Reformer. Thanks, bye.